Hi and welcome to another episode of Making Things. Today we're going to be building a clamping device to hold small pieces in your drill press. Specifically I made this to hold pen blanks, but it's far more versatile than that. Before we start though, and I hate to do this, but I do have to take a moment to ask you to subscribe. With the new YouTube policies, likes and views just don't cut it anymore, and without 1,000 subs I just can't monetize at all. Actually, I also want to take a minute to thank Instructables for having listened to me when I reached out to them and pointed out how this is going to disproportionately affect their community because there are so many DIY videos that are from users from the Instructables community. The reason DIY videos are so strongly affected is because you can Google a question, how to fix, for example, how do I fix my toilet? You watch the video, fix it, you're super happy, you like the video, but you're not going to subscribe to the toilet channel. You don't want to follow up on that video. So reaching that 4,000 hours and having the 1,000 subscribers, they're kind of out of sync, unlike most other channels. So so I pointed this out, and they're going to be featuring creators that use YouTube to enhance their Instructables. So a huge thank you. Feels very validating to have them listen to me. Not only that, but after our discussion on the topic, it came up that there were quite a few back and forths, and it came up that my drill press was broken, and they sent me a new one. So, I was floored, honestly. So a huge thanks for that. I don't know how to thank you enough, really. Yeah. So for more details, you can check out my Instructable post down there for more details on the build. But you can also check out patreon.com/making to get all of my platforms, access to all my platforms, but also for my upcoming e-store where I'll be selling some of my pen blanks, but also other small tools I've been prototyping. Right. So what you're going to need for this is just some scraps, really. I've got a bit of, what is this, 1/2-inch ply, 1/4 inch. Oh, yeah, 1/2-inch ply. Some MDF I'm going to use as my secondary base. I'll get to that later. A piece of 2x3, just leftover. And you only need about 2 feet of the stud. You can obviously use any type of solid wood. I don't recommend MDF for this, but if you have at least 3/4 inch ply, you can use that for the lengths. You'll need some screws or some dowel pins. Depends how you like to build. I personally prefer glue and dowel pins normally, but this is a rebuild because I actually made one yesterday, so I'm going to be using screws for this one just so it's faster. A hinge. This is a blank hinge. I don't know where I got these. I have a bag, like a couple kilograms of blank hinges. Don't remember where I picked them up, but it's come in really handy over the years. So let's start measuring out. And this is the type of thing where I would recommend just you look at what you got and you measure it out from there. So I wouldn't say the base has to have a fixed size. I would say, like I'm doing right now, you take what you got, you figure out how much space you actually have to work with, and you go from there. So I'm going to be cutting a piece of the MDF so that it actually will work as a a sacrificial base that's not going to be sticking out. And then for length, I don't actually need to go that far out. I only need about another inch past this. So I'm going to shorten this just so you don't have the smaller the tool, the easier it is to put away. So that's where I'm going to do my cuts. You do want to leave a lip behind the sacrificial base. That's going to be for clearing wood chips. I'll get to that later. For the handle, like I said, about 1 foot is a really good length. Let's see, yeah, so it would be sticking out a couple inches, about 6 inches after being assembled. That's going to be nice. We're going to have plenty of space to work with. So 2 1-foot lengths. So when it'll come time to assemble, we're going to have our block down. How is this? There you go. So it'll be sticking out this way. And since I've got a crack here, this is gonna be the part I'll sacrifice. So the second part of the gate is going to be actually on top of the sacrificial piece. So we can scribe it right now to know where we're going to be cutting. That scribing is not exactly necessary, but it will make a much nicer finish. And then the next part we need is to figure out where we're going to be putting the dado groove. So I've got a big knot here, so let's see. Is it? Yeah, it's pretty much in the middle, so that's not good. I guess I'll put the dado groove over before it, marking both pieces. But realistically, what I should be doing is cutting both together. But just in case, don't want to lose my spot. Now, like I said, I am partial to glue, so I'm going to screw this in for speed, but I am also going to glue this on because it's way sturdier in the long run. For the height, you'll want to put your sacrificial base on, but once this is done, it's not really necessary yet. You don't need to secure it yet. It's just to have the right spacing. I didn't deburr my hinge. I'm actually going to hammer it in. I'm going to make use of these little burrs to secure it in place. There you go. Now you have it. Now you can securely hold your blanks when you're drilling them, when you're cutting when you're flush cutting it, so you can avoid horrible cuts like this one here. I don't know if you can see the angle, but it's coming out at the side. I think this was one of my first ones. Oh yeah, there you go. We can see it. One of my first blanks. Yeah, that was a pretty bad aim there. So I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please remember to subscribe, like, leave your feedback. Have a good day.